I love the packaging on this. It's like satisfying, and it just darkens it up a bit. And we'll do the same on the other side. Do it around my temples and below. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing my first ever makeup look on this channel. We're going to be doing a brown smoky kind of look with a bit of a glittery moment. I hope you enjoy, and if you have any other video ideas you'd like to see me do, make sure you comment them down below. And then if you have not already, go and follow my Instagram, which is at tilly_adores_. Now, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do is I'm going to moisturise my face. I'm really sorry, you're going to have my mirror in the way at the bottom, but that's just so I can actually see myself. So we're going to moisturise my face. So I'm using the e.l.f. Cosmetics Super Hydrate, a moisturiser with hydrating squalene moisturiser. And this is just, I love the packaging on this. It's so just like satisfying. Anyway, I'm going to moisturise and then yeah, so let me just... And this almost acts as a primer, because when I used a full, like an actual primer before, it kind of made my foundation go really weird. And I don't know if that was the foundation or the primer, so I've just started using my moisturiser as a primer, unless it's for my eyes, in which case I will use the primer because that works. How many times can I say primer in a sentence? That's the question here. So I've moisturised, and I'm just going to put... I'm going to chuck my lip gloss, my lip balm on the floor. I'm not. I'm going to put this on my lips just to make sure that they're nice and hydrated. Sorry, I can't speak. Okay, so now that that is done, we are going to get into the actual makeup. So I will see you in 1 second once this is set, because I need this to set, kind of stick before. It's slightly tacky at the moment, so it actually might be okay just to start straight off, but I will see you in 2 seconds. So the foundation that we're using today is the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint in the shade G10, I think it is, and this matches my skin perfectly. It's not a very full coverage foundation, it is just a light kind of coverage foundation, but I find it really nice, especially at the moment we're not really going out much, so I'm just going to use this today. And then I've got my Morphe foundation brush, and I'm just going to apply this, and yeah, okay. So what I like to do with this foundation, because it is quite light coverage, is I just pat it in to my skin, because look, you literally can't tell the difference. It just kind of makes my skin, like, it gives it an all over kind of glow, but it also matches the skin tone everywhere, because I have like weird bits of spots here that kind of make my skin look a bit red there, so you can see it doesn't make much of a difference, but it just evens out my skin tone. Then I do the same on the other side. And obviously I'm using my nicely organised dressing table after last week's video, so if you've not watched that yet, go and check it out, because I don't know what I just did with my wrist, and I didn't realise my wrist could do that weird shape. Anyway, that's not important. But yeah, go and watch that, because that was hilarious to watch. It was quite bad. It wasn't the most professional video, I think is the word I'm looking for, but it was a good laugh. So make sure you go and watch that, because I'm going to do a tiny bit of foundation on my forehead. I don't use much on my forehead, because my forehead is my forehead. It doesn't really make much of a difference. And what I do is I just give it... What's wrong? I thought it was in my hair. Ew. I just use nice like tapping motions just to make sure that it's all evenly spread around my face. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is my brows. I'm going to use this one. I'm using the Glossier. I know so far all my products are Glossier. I got a lot of Glossier stuff for Christmas, but I'm using the Boy Brow, and this is the translucent one because I have quite thick brows naturally, and especially as I'm not doing like a full makeup look, it will just kind of give it a bit of something but not too much. So let me just apply. I keep going to do this. I'm just going to apply this. What I do is I just do like swiping motions, which I know is kind of a given, but if you look, that just makes it look, if you look at the difference in this eye and this eye, oh god, facing wrong. This eye has got like a lot more structure to it now, and this one's kind of just like weird, so it just gives it a bit more structure. And I do the same on the other eye. I kind of swipe it up to begin with. Well, that would cute, that eye. Okay, then we need to fix this one to be the same. That's the hardest thing I find about doing my makeup, is matching both my eyebrows. They bother me so much when they don't match, so this is going to take like 5 minutes, and I'm not even using proper brow products. If I was going to use proper brow products, which I'm not, it would take me too long. So I'm going to actually cut for a second and I'll come back once I've sorted out my brows. So see you in a second. So now that my brows are all done, we are gonna do eyes, then we'll go on to blush and highlighter. So for my eyes today, as I said at the beginning, I'm going to do a smoky look. So let me just go and get my palette. So the palette that I'm going to use today is the Morphe 35R Ready Set Gold palette. And this palette, if I can just open it without getting it everywhere, this is my favourite nudes palette, and it's just like got all these browns. Let me bring it up. It's got all these browns and then gold glittery ones. So I'm just using these today, and then I will tell you the kind of shade as we're going along. Let me put this down. So the colour we're going to go in with first, this is just another Morphe fluffy eyeshadow brush. We're going to go in with, oh, I need to prime my eyes. Whoops, that was close. The primer, just chucking everything everywhere. The primer I'm going to use for my eyes is the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. And I just use literally a tiny squeeze of this. Just get a tiny dot, and then if you, I'm going to actually just zoom you in 2 seconds. There you go. So the thing, that's fine. And what I'm literally just doing is I'm just placing it on my eye and then swiping it, just like that. If you can see, I'm really bad at centering myself in the camera. So that's now giving me a sticky base on that. I'm going to do the same on the other eye, which is just like, it's just like a white consistency. Oh no, I got it in my eyeball. That's so annoying. Not because it's like bad, but it's just because it's in my actual eyeball. That is really bad positioning of the camera. I'm so sorry. This is just like, I just swipe it on like that, and then the same, just take the other eye, is still kind of soft, and then I'm just going to rub that into my hand. I'm just going to zoom out a tiny bit less because at the moment I cannot see myself. I think that's good. Okay, so I've zoomed you in a tiny bit. I've moved you out again. I've primed my eyes, and now we're going to go in with my palette. So the first shade we're going in with is the, this shade at the top. This is just like I think it's actually called Almond Kiss, which is kind of a very good description. It's like a light brown kind of shade, and I'm just going to get this on my brush and then just pat it onto my eyelid. As you can see, that kind of sticks in one place because of the eye primer. But then I'm just going to blend it out, like so. You can see that's just giving it a nice bit of brown. And then we're going to do the same with the other eye. My other eye is stinging so badly. It's because I got it in my eyeball. As you can see, that's now just giving me like a nice brown kind of base, and then we're just going to keep blending that out for a minute, And I'm going to add a tiny bit of a darker shade. So we're going to use, I don't know what to do. I think we're going to add this one here, which is kind of like an orangey browny kind of colour. I'm just going to get that. I should probably have used a smaller brush, but it's fine. We'll use the same brush. And we're just going to pat that on the outside of the eyelid. And it just darkens it up a bit. Then we'll do the same on the other side. There you go. Oh god, that's a bit weird. I don't know what's happened there. That's fine. And then we're going to get another fluffy brush, 2 seconds if I can find one. And we're going to use this one. No, this one. This is a studio brush. And this is just going to go, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. I'm going to get a light brown shade. So I think we're going to go in with this one here, which is called Discover. And we're just going to get that. And then we're just going to put this bit more in the central part of the eyelid, just to blend it out and give it kind of like a ombre effect. And the thing is, you can do this all with your bronzer, because bronzers are really good if you're looking for a brown eyeshadow, because if you're using it as a bronzer anyway, it kind of just matches it up and it gives you that kind of synchronized moment. And then we're going to go in with a shimmer, and because I've got kind of a brown look, I'm going to go for a champagne kind of colour. I think I'm going to use, you can't see it, I'm going to use this one at the top, which is kind of like a dark shimmer mixed with that one there, which is another kind of darkish shimmer. So they're two on the end. So this, no, not that one. Oh, flip it. These two. Those two. And we're going to get that, and I'm just going to get this bit on my finger. I'm going to use my finger just because using your finger if you're using your shimmer is really just good, because it doesn't make much of a difference. Like, it actually helps if you use your finger, because it may not be as precise, but it really gives you all that pigment, which is what you want when you're using a shimmer, because obviously if it's not got enough pigment, it's not going to be as shiny. It's completely what you want. There you go. And then do the same on the other eye. And I kind of used a mix of the two shades. I've done the darker one first, because then you can go over the top with a lighter one in a second. So I'm going to get my lighter one now, just blend it a little bit, and I'm just going to pat that on top. And as you can see, that kind of just gives it a nice ombre, all completely ombre. So you've got the light shimmer, you've got the light shimmer to the dark shimmer to the light brown matte to the dark brown matte, and that kind of just makes it look really cute. Oh my god, I need to, what have I done? I've obviously got, yeah, that would explain a lot. I've got brown. God, I hate doing this. It's opposite in the camera. I've got brown all the way down there, so I'm just going to go and grab a tissue and just wipe. Actually, I can just use a brush. We'll use this one. God, how am I even holding that? That was bad. I think I'm going to have to go and get, a makeup remover. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay, so I am just back from removing like the orange stuff from the inside of my eyes, because that was not a look. And I'm just going to show you the finished look. So obviously on the inside I've got the shimmers, so the light to dark shimmers, and then I've got the mattes on the outside portion of my eye, so they're obviously light to dark. And I think this is a lovely, like, really pretty look. And now I'm going to go in with my mascaras. So there is 2 mascaras I use very frequently, and those 2 mascaras are the No. 7 Stay Perfect Long Lasting Volume Mascara, and then the Voluptuous False Lash Effect Mascara from Max Factor. And I'm going to be using the No. 7 one today, because the Max Factor one is practically empty. And I love this mascara. This is a really nice one. It's got like a really thin kind of nozzle, not nozzle, spoolie, whatever you call it. And I love this one. And this is just a really nice brush because it really separates out your lashes as well as giving them like a really good effect, if you can see there. I don't think you can on camera. I don't think my camera picks it up quite that well. But it's amazing. And I do the same on the other eye, obviously. I love this mascara. It is weird when you take it off. It does like a weird thing where it kind of makes it look like your lashes are falling out, but it's not, it's just them peeling away and it creeps you out. But it's an amazing mascara, so it's worth it. And then I just like to make sure that they are all nicely covered. Oh, that went wrong. Never mind. And then I'm going to go in with my Max Factor one that's practically empty, just because what I like to do with this one is I just comb my lashes through so that they don't stick all together. So they stick all together. That's the opposite of what I was trying to say. And as you can see, that's now my lashes all, wrong way, that's my lashes all done. I don't know if you can see them on camera, but they are now like 10 times bigger. So, I just got mascara on my fingernail. So, be really loud. The next step of my routine is my highlighter, of course. And I'm going to use, which one am I going to use today? I think I'm going to use this one. Yeah, we're going to use the Kiko Milano. This is an eyeshadow in the shade 208. But I love to use this as a highlighter. So again, you can use your highlighter as an eyeshadow or your eyeshadow as a highlighter. And there's lots of multi-purpose things, which is amazing. I'm just getting my brush. And again, this is just another Morphe brush. And then I'm going to spritz that, 2 seconds. I love highlighter, in case you couldn't tell. And I just make sure it's all really nice, and I blend it up here as well, so I do it around my temples and below my eyes, and then the same on the other side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a smaller, like one of those tiny brushes, if I can find one that's clean. This one will do. And then we're going to use this one for, this is just like a small brush with a bit on the end, and then we're going to use this one for my top of my nose, like so, and the bottom of my nose. Don't know if you can tell that. And then I'm going to put this under my brow bone, just because it makes your brows really pop. I need to sort my eyebrow out. And then this just makes it nice and shiny. And then I'm also going to get a tiny bit for my inner corners. I always try and do my inner corners and it always goes wrong. So we're just going to have a go. Oh, it's actually, oh my god, I did it. Woohoo! And highlighting your inner corners, it just gives you a bit more brightness in your eyes. I generally don't think the camera picks it up, but if it does, you can see that it just brightens it. And then the same with this eye. And it also just connects the whole look together. I'm not going to do blush today because I've gone with such a plain look. I'm not going to do blush just because it might overwhelm it. But then the last thing I need to do is my lips. So before I put on lip gloss, I get dry lips really quickly, so I'm going to do another just like spritz of lip balm. And the lip balm is this is a local brand. It's called So, and all their stuff is vegan, which is great for me as I am vegan. And then have I missed out what products I've been using? Because I think I've said everything. Oh no, I have said everything. The brushes I was using for the I was using for my highlighter were just Morphe brushes. All my black brushes that are just plain just plain black brushes are Morphe brushes, and then like silver ones like these are Kiko Milano brushes, and I just like to do this at the end, kind of just to sweep away any stuff that shouldn't be anywhere. And then I'm going to get, if I can find it, my lip gloss. This is another number 7 product, and it's the number 7 High Shine Lip Gloss. This one tastes so good. Like, I know you don't taste, that makes no sense. I know you don't taste it, but like the scent of it, like when you put it on your lips, is delicious. And I like my lips to look shiny just because I'm not going anywhere, but I still like to get dressed up because I feel like I'm more productive when I'm all, oh god, what happened there? I feel like I'm way more productive when, oh god, that went really wrong. I'm way more productive once I've done my makeup and got dressed and all that stuff. So there is not a day where I'm not dressed up. Even if it's just like me putting mascara on, I will still do that every day. And then I just brush away all the residue. And then that is the finished look. So let me just give you a oh, hang on. Forgot, last but not least, my Morphe setting spray. This is gonna look bad on camera, but it's fine. This is, I just literally, it's so refreshing. For some reason I'm really hot. And then that is the finished look now. So I hope you enjoyed the video and that you are going to try this makeup look out. If you do, make sure you tag me because I will go and like that. And yeah, so that's the makeup look done. Make sure you watch all my other videos. So I've got 3 up now, so this is my 4th video. And yeah, that's all I have to say really. Also, if you want to start doing this, I want to start doing this kind of thing, like a question of the day. So every time I do a video, if you leave a comment down below, I will answer your question, which I think is a fun idea. I copied that off Soph Life. I really like her videos and she does that, so I'm going to copy that idea off her, and this is just all my makeup done. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye!